a young lady who came in yesterday at the store, and I said, "Hey, sweetheart," with the mask that we're wearing now, that we don't. And I said, "How you doing?" And she started crying. I said, "I wished I could hug you." I said, "But I just can't." I said, "Sit down. What's the problem?" And then she went to telling me. I said, "I told you before." And I said, "You got to trust God, honey." And she said, "Oh, Miss Tina." I said, "No, no, 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 no. You're not trusting him enough that he would make the way out of no way. We're all going to have aches and we're all going to have pain, but I just want you to know that you have to lean on him." I said, "Now, you know that I always embrace you." And she says, "I always feel so much better." I said, "Now that you don't," I said, "this viruses have changed a lot of things about us." I said, "We used to go to church, but church is just the building. But the church is inside of you. So you got to take that every day and distribute it around where it's supposed to be and where you need it to be." I said, "The pain that you say you have it because you want to claim it. But you don't have to claim that. Just say, 'Lord, I know this pain is here, and I know that you can fix it.'" And I said, "Trust me. He may not can fix it all the way you want it fixed, but it'll soothe the pain, and you will go right on about the different things in your life." And that's how I view life as a person, that you give it to God. And he will move a mountain that you thought that wasn't there, but is there, but you just go on. You can't just go around just being mean just because you can, because that is not what it's designed for. God hadn't designed us to do anything but to be our brother's keeper. Now, how would you like to have somebody to be mean to you if you're just your brother's keeper? And just take it all for granted that it'll come back. Well, it was months later that she walked up to me in church, and she says, "Miss Ingram, I'd like to ask you a question. The day that we were at the meeting, were you praying?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Oh, okay." I didn't ask her why she asked me. I didn't say anything. I'm letting the Lord rule her. You can't rule some people, and you can't tell some people what to do, when to do, and how to do. There's a course in life, as I used to tell Eric, that you have to run. And it's not so much of the swift that it wins the race all the time. I said, but you got to give up. I said, just like you run track, I said, have some of the guys ever beat you? Oh, mama, every once in a while, but not all the time, because I don't let, that goes to show you then. I said, Eric, it doesn't matter who wins. But at the end, that's where you show. I said, now, I hope that if you ever lose a race, do go and shake the person's hand that was next to you. Because God always have a plan for that person as well as you. And that's how I look at life. Right now, that's all I do. I don't have time for the foolishness. With the way things are now, and I keep telling them, that's a building down there. War Chapel, Bethel, and Mount Moriah. It's just a building. But the building is that. But we went there to worship together. But the building is inside of us. So we have to be able to know what to do, when to do, and how to do with that we've already acquired. God is out of everything. He ain't out. He ain't out. But we have taken him out of everything. Because we don't want to live by the golden rules. We want to do what we want to do, when we want to do it, and how we want to do. Now, I get up in the morning, and I have this little radio, and I got it on the gospel music. Look like I have to turn some gospel on in here. Even Jimmy, sometimes I get a little annoyed with him, Jimmy Swagger. But I love their singing. I love their singing. And I turn it to that where I could hear the singing. And I have to have some church going up in here before I get going in the morning. And I cut it on and listen to it. And once I've heard what I need to hear out of it, I cut it off and go from there. So that's where I am now, right now with me, with my walk with God. I'm not going to let anybody turn me around. I learned that early in life, that whatsoever that happens, happens. But I say this to anybody and everybody. I said, he told me, not you, not that person, that he would never leave me nor forsake me. And I just do believe that's what he does for me.